And I will email you a link so you can go back and watch this and share the link with anyone you choose who you feel wants to know something about Egypt. So welcome to the Q&A for the Star and Stone November 2026 tour. Peter and I have had the honour of working with Pink Lotus Tours with Haytham and Leisa now since, 2018.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this will be our 5th tour with them. This will sound an exaggeration, but I promise you it's not. Every single tour from 2018 up till March this year, we were over there again. The tours, the surprises, even for us, just get bigger and better. And I just want to acknowledge as a testament that both Leisa and Haytham are the most extraordinary human beings, and that they will go above and beyond the call of duty to make sure everybody has exactly what they need when they need it, and then they add some on top of that. So Pete and I are the spiritual side of the tour, and Leisa and Haytham are the very practical, but also the creative beings of the tour. We want you to be able to ask any question. Know that no question is a silly question. You can ask anything you like. And what I might do is hand it over to, unless Peter has something he wishes to say first.
I'd just like to say, during this session, if you'd like to ask a question, down the bottom of the screen, you'll see a little heart with the word react under it. If you click on that, you can then raise your hand, and then we can see that you want to ask a question. And I just have to confirm what Jennifer said. These tours have been the most wonderful experiences of my life. And if ever I was going to nominate people who I felt I'm safe with and who were going to organize and make it a very efficient tour, it would be Haytham and Leisa. It's just wonderful. Thank you so much, you guys, for the previous tours.
Thank you, our friend.
We'll pay you later.
Yes, pay me later.
So welcome. Thank you for that. Give me tears. But I think we have the blessing of doing something that we love and that we are passionate about, and then everything else works. So I just wanted to say from our side of it, and then I'll let Haytham talk. He's the expert. We offer everyone a full service. So from the moment you get off the plane, we will have someone there waiting for you, because Egypt is often a country that people are a little overwhelmed about coming to and think about their safety, or mostly their friends and family will warn them about their safety of coming to Egypt. And so we have been doing this now since 2016. So we have a good crew and a good system, and we will meet you inside the airport to assist you from the moment you land in Cairo soil. The difference between doing a trip like this with Jen and Pete to doing a touristic, I call them follow the flag tours, that is day and night. These tours are immersion, they are timed, they are there is a sequence and a purpose to the sites and the way we deliver them. So you will get time to really be in the sites and not just, okay, we're stopping for 45 minutes, get back on the bus. We don't operate like that. We pace it out. So providing a more, I guess, energetic and immersive experience than purely a photography or something for your Instagram. So it's a completely different, and in feedback, without exaggeration, a life-changing experience for a lot of people that come here. And that's, you know, what we hope for. So with these groups, we've got a couple of Jen and Pete are doing 2 options. So they're doing Egypt and Jordan, but we will assist you all the way through both countries, and they connect together. So yeah, so I just wanted to say I will manage the tour from a personal level. So from the time that you make the booking, I will be available on email or WhatsApp or personal Zoom to answer any questions, concerns, whether it be about what currency do I bring, what clothes do I wear, my visa, can I come early, can I stay late? Any of those things, I will manage all of those things. And I'm generally, I mean, we are in a different time zone, but generally within 24 to 48 hours, I'll be able to answer any of those questions for you. The only thing you will need to organise is your flights from your own country. We don't generally get involved in that because many reasons. People travel from different countries. They have points, they have favourite airlines, they want to do extended trips, they want to continue on to somewhere else. So it's better to have a travel agent in your own country that can organise your flights. But everything else, from the moment you land to the moment you leave, we will be taking care of for you. Yeah, so November in Egypt is it's a wonderful season to come to Egypt. We're just coming out of our hot season now, so moving about the sites and all of that. The weather is beautiful. It's not hot, so it will be warm. Will be cool in some places, especially the early morning private accesses and thing. You may think of Egypt as a very hot desert country, but we do have a long winter. So you will need jackets and things in November. Food-wise, it ends up usually being a highlight for people, food. There's so many choices. Egypt has an abundance of fruit and vegetables. Although Egyptians are huge meat eaters, we grow lots of things, and there's always a great selection of I mean, they're big on the carbohydrates. They're pasta, rice, bread with everything, and the meals are very large. So you do have to pace yourself sometimes. We include a lot of the meals for ease, so that you don't have to worry about where you've got to find a meal. The hotels will all include breakfast, and they're full international buffet style breakfasts, so that caters to allergies and things like that. And then when we're on, so we're doing two cruises on this trip. And they are full board. So breakfast, lunch and dinner will be served on both boats. We're doing Lake Nasser first, which is in the very south of Egypt, where we'll start in Abu Simbel. And again, full buffet, so hot, cold salads, amazing desserts,
Yeah.
everything. The boat actually on Lake Nasser is a much bigger boat, so there's more facilities and more space, and be more time to have sessions and to do group, because there's quite a lot of sailing time, so it's a really lovely way to start. And the same on the river, we've got breakfast, lunch and dinner included. So your add-ons throughout the trip are not really that much in the way of foods, but you do just buy your own drinks along the way and snacks, things like that. So I've tried to make it as inclusive as possible, so that you don't really have to worry about where we're going to eat dinner tonight. Is it safe? All of those things. And also we will be with you for any support or questions and things like that. Things like medications and things. Egypt is very accessible as far as pharmacies, and it was a 24-hour city, so whatever you need, whenever you need it, we can help you with anything like that. So my dad used to say, as long as you got your passport and your credit card and your toothbrush, you pretty much, everything else you can find on ground. Not that he ever went to Egypt, but so yeah, so we try to make it as inclusive and supportive, and We will have a lot of time together. We're doing the private access visits for the Sphinx, which is always an amazing highlight, to be in the pause of the Sphinx in the morning with nobody else is an amazing experience. And then we will also do a private at the Assyrian in Abydos. You may not have heard of that or may not know a lot about it, but if over the next 12 months do a little bit of research about Abydos and find a book called Om Seti and read that. And then Jordan, amazing. Petra, you know, in the Wadi Rum, we'll go to the Dead Sea. So all amazing. And if anyone's interested in the Siwa Oasis, where the Oracle of Munra is, there's the opportunity to visit that as well at the beginning. So covers a lot of ground, and all of the most significant sites of Egypt will be covered and sufficient time spent at each. We're not going to rush you to do too much because they can be emotional and immersive sort of experiences. So, and I think that's, if anyone's got any questions, but Haytham's the expert on the content and the sites, and he's been doing this for 20 years, and so he's got anything to add?
Hello, everyone. Is it Omat? Yeah. Do I remember?
That'll do.
Yes.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So let me share a few things with you quickly. My name is Haytham, and I'm one of very few Egyptian that don't have the name Muhammad. So it will be easy to remember. I didn't know that I will be joining a Zoom meeting today. And very much Lisa and Jennifer and Pete didn't leave anything for me to talk about, except if you have questions, I'll be more than happy to answer. But what I have today is a promise, as always. We promise once in a lifetime experience. We promise a rebirth for your soul, traveling through the sacred sites of Egypt. Lisa said we will go above and beyond to do that and that and that. But let me tell you something. It is not above and beyond. It is our normal. And this is a part from our belief in Egypt here. So when you come here, you are not just coming for an experience or a pilgrimage, or like, we see it from a different perspective. We see that you are coming to our home. And when we have people at our home, like as we say an expression here, we light our fingers as candles to light your way. So if you have any question about anything in Egypt, like please don't hesitate for a while to ask about it. And yeah, that's all. Yep.
Okay, so questions?
Questions?
Anything?
Nope.
Right.
Everyone's silent. No questions? Hi, Will. How are you? Have you been to Egypt before?
Never, no.
Never?
I had was invited to go on another trip earlier in the year and just felt a fairly solid not interested. And then
Not the
this
one?
one late in the year came up, and yeah, it's actually really piqued my curiosity now. I'm kind of the a little bit of information is enough. I'll just have a bit of a taste and see if I get a feel for it. Then yeah, great. I'll jump on in and just leave the rest of it up to surprise for me. That works for me.
I often say to people, try not to study the itinerary.
Yeah.
In these sort of journeys, it's trust, and letting the days unfold as you experience them. Because if you get too far ahead of yourself or you get too analytical, it doesn't give you back the same experience. So if you feel safe, you feel like it's like-minded people, then yeah. And from my experience, I love Jen and Pete to pieces, but they always have amazing people around them. So every group we have done since 2018, I can say 99% of them we're still, hey JM, we're still in touch with those people, you know, and several of them are on their second or third trip back to Egypt. So you're in safe hands. So
It is
we
also,
do,
yeah.
yeah.
It is also a feeling thing, because this is I feel the difference with these tours is Pete and I have been working in esoteric studies, and I've been a trance medium for 20 years. And how this all came about was I have an Egyptian guide, Amun Min, who comes through. So on these trips, there is trance channeling done where everyone in the group can have the most extraordinary connection with spirit, go in depth into their transformation. And that is not necessary either. I always say on the trips, you don't have to participate in anything that I or Pete are doing. We don't push anybody. It is completely relaxed in what you want to do. But we've had so many people have such deep encounters and transformations and direction. It really is our honor to add this to the tour. And there are no words really. I mean, we say to people, look, it'd be great to have a testimonial, and yes, we get them, but so many people say, I wouldn't even know where to start. There's no words for the experiences. So it's always good to just feel into your soul. If it feels right, it is right. And maybe it's not the time, or maybe it'll be with somebody else. It doesn't matter. But so many people have such a deep soul connection to Egypt on some level. And we are in, and we are in a time of waking up. So these sort of journeys can really speed up that evolutionary process.
And Egypt just has a way of getting into your heart.
Yes, under your skin.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Okay, so
JM's got a question.
JM and Amory.
Oh, sorry, that's not. Oh, yeah,
Amory
Amory.
was first, actually. Yeah.
Okay. Whoops, Amory.
Oh, hi. I was just curious, how big are the groups? Because I don't do really well in groups. You know, I just am a very private person. So how many people do you intend to have coming?
Well, that's really a question for Leisa. It is usually between, so we have capped it before at 12, and then there was such an overwhelming interest for February this year. We ended up with 20, and to be honest, I was worried about it. I thought, I don't know if I can cope with a group of 20, let alone the 20 people. But all the groups, it was just perfect. And we understand the need for privacy and space, because everybody's going to have different experiences. So we cater to that as well. And, you know, there could be times you go, I just don't want to go on this part of the tour. That's fine. Or if you feel there's a push of something you really want to do, well, then Haytham and Leisa will do their utmost to try and make sure that you get to have that experience. So I've always been a bit of a hermit myself, but we become family, as Haytham so famously says, and it's true, we become family. So again, I'd suggest, Amory, just feeling into your soul for this to see if it's comfortable. But I mean, we haven't got, this is early days with the bookings. So, you know, and Cherie's saying, I'm a total hermit and loner too.
That's not true. But you see some groups in social media and things like that where they've got 60, 80 people. And
no.
I just don't understand how those people can have that experience. So like 20 was fantastic. And I think because of the people that it gathered. But I think that would probably be a good cap as well, for us. So
can I ask one other question?
yeah, absolutely.
I've been to Egypt before, but it's been many years. And there are two ways of traveling on the Nile. There's giant boats and then the little ones. Are we on a giant boat with other people, or are we on one of the little ones where it's just us?
At this stage, we'll be on the one of the bigger boats, but one of the smaller of those, not the. So there's different categories of boats, and some of them might have, 60 cabins, and some might have like 100 cabins. So we'll be on the smaller end of that option on the Nile cruise. We have done dahabeahs before. We did the dahabeah last time, but we chose to do the cruise this time.
Okay, thanks. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
And
Jean-Michel?
Jean-Michel, where is Jean-Michel gone?
I'm here.
Hello, brother.
I basically came on to see Haytham and Leisa because I was one of the February intake.
We miss you.
No, it's everything that's been said so far. I can endorse more than 100%. I'm actually a travel professional myself, and I'm also a loner and a hermit. And I never go back to places, but I've signed up for this next one. So for me, that's an enormous endorsement. The way these guys look after you, it almost brings tears to my eyes. They've got their eyes out the whole time. You can be in a Casbah, but you're being monitored so that you don't get into any sort of trouble. You're being aided. You're never forced to be anywhere. Never forced. You go wherever you want, whenever you want. And for me, it just flowed like magic. It unfurled like magic. Obviously, under the surface, you know that people are paddling like mad to make that happen. But the experience as one of the privileged ones being looked after, it was magical. There's no other word for it. And then the whole spiritual. It's like you're being carried spiritually the whole time. And the group was 20, and I thought also, whoa, I'm not sure about this. Ever since I escaped school, I haven't wanted to go back. But everyone lifted every day. And the people who were interested in this sort of tour weren't egomaniacs. They were private, gentle people. And so what you ended up with was a lifting, and the warmth grew amongst the whole group. So that it's oversaid. Unfortunately, we become like family. It's oversaid, so it flows over your head. But in this case, it actually was true. So you would come back from a day of exploration, and you've seen some weird things, and you've bought some things you probably shouldn't have, and then you get back to wherever you are, a boat, whether it's got more people or not, or a hotel, whether it's got more people or not, and you're happy to see each other, and you're chatting. How did it go with you? Oh, I had this. Oh, you had that. And then weirdly as well, when you go into these sacred sites, you end up pairing up with different people every time without planning anything. You just wander in, and you happen to be with a group of three you've never been before, and it's the way it was meant to be. And so I would say, yeah, if you feel it, like the guys are saying, if you feel it, go with the heart. And I'm coming back, even though I never go back to places.
Never say
that's me.
And Cherie is too.
Yeah.
Yes, we've got a few returning on this one.
Yep. Yeah, quite a few.
Yeah. So questions.
All the first sign-ups were repeat people.
Yes. Yes, there's a whole contingency along with Jean-Michel here coming from New Zealand.
Yes.
So we feel very honoured that you're coming back. We really do.
Yeah. Like a reunion.
Yeah. Anyone else have questions?
I have one question, or maybe two questions.
Yes,
Thank you, Leisa. And
Hi.
hi. Thank you. It sounds amazing. Thank you. I just wanted to check. So I'm coming on my own, and would there be availability to share with somebody the conversations I've had with people, that there is possibly a list that I can go on to maybe share with somebody if they want to?
Yeah, we don't have anything open at the moment that I can think of immediately, but definitely people do ask along the way if they want to share. My opinion, if you can do single, do it, because going back to your room on your own and just having that space is a really beautiful thing. But if not, we will do our very, very best to match you up with somebody, similar, maybe similar locations, so you can meet up before, or at least have a Zoom or get to know each other, that, you're going to share 2 weeks of your life with somebody. So we try and do our very best to match the people up. So I don't match them up till later in the booking process. I see who needs that, and then look at where do they live, how old they are, and then we'll do the matchmaking then. But you have to understand that if there isn't a space, the single supplement will apply.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I just thought I'd ask.
Yeah,
and also,
definitely we'll open it up. Yes.
Brilliant, thank you. And also, so the outbound flights would be going into Cairo.
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
the return flights would be coming from Jordan.
Yes. So you'll start in Cairo and you're outbound. Sometimes you got to look at the package. It might be better to get a return flight to Cairo, and then we just do the internal, or sort of like the smaller flight separately. But just check with your travel agent what's best for the airline that you're using, because we'll obviously be coming back to Cairo and whatever. But just check on your travel agent what the best package is that they can.
So it's Amman, isn't it, Leisa? Out of Jordan.
Amman, yes. Out of Amman, yes.
Amman, okay.
Yes. We'll manage the flight between Cairo and Jordan to get there.
Yeah.
So we'll all travel together. But when you leave Amman, you can continue on. If you want to go to another country or go back home, whatever you're doing, your departure flight will be out of Amman at the end. Yep.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
And Michelle put her hand up.
Hey, Michelle.
Hi, Leisa and Haytham. Sorry, I'm.
Hello, our friend.
Hello.
How
I
are
haven't.
you?
Oh, look, I'll put my video on. I really didn't want to, but I've got to run. I've got somewhere to be, but I'm not sure about the Egypt. It's going
to be different.
Calling me at the moment, and I did go. I did the very first one, but Jordan is. And so, is there anything more you can tell me about Jordan? If I went to Jordan, obviously I'd have to do something before or after, because it's such a long way to go from here.
Yeah.
But yeah, any more information about Jordan you could give me would be nice.
There is actually a few people that have signed up for Jordan only because they've already done Egypt before. So that's definitely doable as well. And it's quite a comprehensive tour. Like, Jordan's not a huge country, so we have tried to, like, the time that we're spending there, we will see most of the country, most of the major sites. I mean, Petra is phenomenal. Being out in Wadi Rum in the, under the stars, and then going to the Dead Sea. So it's we're just trying to see each of the sites in Jordan in depth, and I think Jen and Pete will let that unfold as time goes on, as far as any content or anything. But mostly it's about seeing the country in depth and going to Petra and having enough time to. Petra's a massive site, and has a massive history, so we will try and spend as much time. But it has they've got beautiful nature, and the different elements of the desert, the ancient sites, the food, and then doing the whole mudding experience in the Dead Sea. So it's different, offers different things than Egypt does, and Petra is magnificent. So So it'll be a nice way to finish, but definitely it can be its own own experience for sure. And there's
many
already
days is
people
it?
going to that only.
How many
That's
days
a
is
week.
Jordan? A week?
Sorry?
A week.
How
A
many
week.
days or nights is Jordan?
5 nights, I
It
think, is it?
is 1, 2, 3. I've got it in front of me. 6. Yeah, so it's 5 nights, 6 days. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. All
Yep.
right. No, yeah, there's a lot involved in that. Thank you.
Yeah, but it is a long way to come. So you
Yeah,
need
so
to
yeah, I
add
just have to
something
figure out what I'm
onto
going
it.
to do beforehand or after. Or if I
Yep.
do Egypt, yeah, you just got to sit with
Yep.
it.
Yes, but it is Egypt is going to have a lot of different elements than you would have had in 2018. Yeah,
Yep.
there's a lot of different content. I mean, the Assyrian, even the private access to that we did last year was just mind blowing for everybody because no one expected, and it was So that's something that you definitely didn't experience last time. So
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yep.
Sorry,
Lovely to
Yeah.
see you
sorry,
both.
what was
Lovely
that
to
you
see
said?
you.
Okay.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, hi. So I was just missed what you said. What did you say was amazing? The Assyrian?
Yeah.
Yes, in Abydos. Depends.
Abydos.
Abydos, yes.
Is that Egypt
Yeah.
Yes,
or Jordan? Yeah.
That's
in
in
Egypt.
that's in Egypt. So that's the temple of Seti the First.
In Abydos.
And
Okay.
there's the underground. If you watch some YouTubes on it, the Osiren. It's
Can I?
the part. Yes, Haytham
Sorry.
can do this.
She's
Oops,
taking my job now.
sorry.
So Abydos was like the Vatican for the Christians. It is Mecca for the ancient Egyptians.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, so the Osiren, it is one of the, I see it myself, one of the most powerful spots. I don't exaggerate when I say on earth. And it is one of the assignments that when the earliest came to Egypt, so they have to build that place over there. So there is a gap, there is a connection between different realms over there. So it is an experience, like seriously, you are not going to regret being there. Like it is that spot
I
that
have been to Egypt and I just don't think I've seen that.
No,
Osiren is
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
It's
well,
Where
It
is
is
it?
not
Is it
only
up near
it is
Cairo or down near Thebes or something?
it is like 3 hours out of Luxor.
Oh,
3
okay.
hours out of Luxor. It is in a
Yep.
place called Suhaj, or you can Google Abydos, Abydos,
Oh, okay. That's not
Abydos.
yeah, okay. I'll look it up. Yeah, thank you.
It is
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is one of the most magnificent sites, but it is not in the touristic map. And I
Oh,
think because if you look for all the sites we are going to visit, so each of them during the time of ancient Egypt was keen to refresh one of your chakras, except Abydos, the 7 chakras in one place.
chapels.
oh, okay.
Because
Yeah.
so it is one of a kind experience. And
Okay.
what support this more, that it is not that big in the touristic map. So 99% when you go over there, there is not lots of people like the rest of the sites we are going to visit. So which is good.
Okay. Oh, thank you for that. Yeah. I'll just
One of the
confess here, I signed up for Linda's tour. Linda usurps in
Oh,
February.
yep.
She
I
sent
don't
me
know
an
if I've done
invitation to come to this, so I thought I would anyway, because who knows, I might come back
Yeah.
again.
God bless.
And very different experiences. Yep.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Egypt,
Yeah.
let me tell you something. Egypt have a lot to offer.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something, even if you come to Egypt 100 times, like trust me, there is something new experiences in every single one of them.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe you.
even for us,
I
like,
do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the first one,
I've
I'm
been,
glad I did it the way I did. It was just a tourist tour, so I saw the sights. But this one, this time I want to journal and meditate and,
Yeah.
go,
Yeah, get more out of it personally.
They're chalk and cheese. The experiences from coming here as a tourist to coming here on this level, it's just completely different, and it's not for everybody, you know. And that's why it attracts all like-minded people. So the conversations you have at dinner, or as you're walking down the street, or are so different.
And thank you. I'm sorry to interrupt. Thank you, Patricia.
Yeah, Patricia.
She's speaking about City, and it is one of the best examples for reincarnation in the modern history. Like, you know, so it is called City. The book called City, which means, it is an Arabic name, means the mother of city. City is the pharaoh that built the temple in Abydos. City means the mother of city, and I forget her
She
name.
named her son Dorothy Edie.
Dorothy Edie, yes. So
she named her son Seti.
Yeah, but like, it is one of the best books to read
Before you come.
Before you come, actually.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you read that book, Patricia?
Oh, yes.
Yep, she did.
Yes,
Great.
when I went the first time, I didn't know anything whatsoever. I was reading Seti for, you know, when I was there for part of it, and then I finished the rest when I got home. But I went with no preconceptions whatsoever, and it worked really well for me. And then
This
I
is
could
the best way to
focus
see
on the
Egypt.
energy.
Like, from an experience, like, this is the best way to see Egypt, you know. Like, as Leisa said in the beginning, just trust the people you are going with, like, and just go, like, you know. So
there will be nothing superficial.
It is.
And
Sorry, Patricia.
different sites sort of resound to different people. Not everybody has, I mean, everybody has different reactions, and nobody goes home the same.
No, this is what we promised you. It's a life-changing experience.
Sometimes people come here expecting to feel connected to some particular god or goddess or some particular site, but we try and encourage you not to do that. Just let each day unfold, because whereas from your country, you know, where you are now, you might only know about Isis or Hathor or Sekhmet, or and you might connect completely with something different when you're here. So it's just about being present and in taking it all in and experience. So we try to give you the space to do that, and the knowledge as well.
Could I just ask a question about the Great Pyramid? I know it's an optional visit, but how long can you get to stay or whatever?
To go inside?
Inside, you mean? Yeah, until you say it's enough.
Yeah, it depends. It's quite popular. So yeah.
When we customize this program, I think we try to make little bit pace in the tour. So it is not rush, because you don't know when your moment gonna come and in which side. So simply we put that into consideration, and definitely as long as you can stay inside, like, there is no problem, you know?
I mean, I'm fortunate that I did get to go on an evening visit.
Oh, yes,
and I visit as often as I want to these days. But I just wondering about going back.
During the day,
We don't, so like, we don't put the Great Pyramid as a private visit, because not everyone physically is able to do this experience. So that's why we prefer to leave it as your personal choice during our visit to the Giza Plateau, you know. But we offer also other pyramids to get inside included, just because we know that the experience is easier, like the one in Saqqara that called Unas, like, you know, that have the first pyramid texts ever. Like, the step pyramid itself, like which is like a shaft or so. It's easier
Yeah.
and easier experience. And for the Great Pyramid, as I all the time say, like you have to go inside,
Yeah.
like
You're
you
here,
know,
you have to do it.
you have to do it, even if it is hard. Like you have to.
Yeah.
I see it this way myself, you know.
No, I mean, it's a great experience. Obviously,
It
it
is.
doesn't necessarily resonate for everybody, but it's a great experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was one other thing I wanted to ask. Oh, yes. You haven't got it on tour, and I don't know whether I can do the pre or post, but what I really do want to do is the Holy Family tour, more Coptic, Cairo. And I know when I go in 2027 for the Eclipse tour, it's probably going to be super busy then, and I won't get a chance to do it then. So I'm wondering if there's a tour or something that I could potentially join for that.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, in Cairo, not the full one, but
no, not the full one.
Cairo sites, no problem. Just arrive a little bit earlier or stay a little bit later, and we can incorporate it for you.
So this is an area called Old Coptic Cairo, and it offers few different spots over there. The most famous stops are 2 churches and 1 synagogue. The 2 churches, one of them called Saint Sergius, and it have a crypt where Virgin Mary, Jesus Christ, and Joseph the Carpenter during their flight to Egypt. And another one called the Church of Virgin Mary, or the Hanging Church, because it is built on top of 2 towers. And there is a synagogue over there. There is a strong belief that it was built over the location where the basket of Prophet Moses stopped in ancient Egypt in front of the Pharaoh's house, because there was a branch of the Nile over there. And it is something for those who are interested, I highly recommend all the time to. And don't worry, it just can be like a half day tour. Like 2 or 3 hours into this area will be more than enough. So not a big deal,
Yeah, no, that would be great. Thanks. Because I mean, it's just the first time you go to Egypt, and then when you think of the story of hiding in Egypt with a baby, then a toddler for 3 years, while a mad king's trying to murder you. I just think it would be lovely to.
I think if you think also about all the miracles, because when you see the journey of the Holy Family in Egypt, they have like 15 different stops in different spots
It's
along the
incredible.
River Nile. And in each of them, as if they were making propaganda for the new belief at that time, Christianity. So there was like a miracle done by Jesus Christ. So it's definitely...
There's a whole pathway you can do just on that through the whole country. Yeah. It's all by bus. So.
Oh no. Well, that's why the last time I hadn't been on a bus or a coach for over 20 years, and I'd forgotten I got sick on buses. And if we hadn't stopped at the Red Pyramid, and I was too sick to go in when we stopped at the Red Pyramid, and I sat on the Red Pyramid and immediately felt the connection to Uluru. It was incredible, that just connection with Uluru. But after that, I had no more travel sickness my whole trip. And I mean, I would have never made Abydos on the bus if it had. But the Red Pyramid, that was it. All my travel sickness completely gone.
Awesome.
It was incredible.
Wow. We'll all have to stop there.
Well, I mean, I know it gets the reputation that a lot of people get miracles going into the Red Pyramid in terms of healing, but I only had to sit on the Red Pyramid to lose all my travel sickness.
And
I mean, I was feeling really, really ill that morning, completely gone. It was incredible.
It is, it is not just the Red Pyramid, but it mainly depends on the purpose of your life. So as Leisa said, you don't know where and when you're gonna have this moment, in which site, at what time, because we all have different life purposes, and the interact between your spirit and the spirit of the stone itself, it happened in no time, and it always come when you are not expected. If you go to a site with expectations,
And I have to say, in the temples, the I mean, what do you call it? The temple guardians or the temple priests, or the guys in the temples are so brilliant at guiding you to the areas you need to go to.
Yeah.
Mm.
Definitely, yes, in each
Yeah,
spot,
that's
you know.
where they're every day. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Anyone else got any questions for us? No? Everyone's quiet. Cherie, anything? No? She's gone. Jen?
Well,
No.
I'm coming.
Yes, you're coming.
I've got no questions. I'm just coming.
Just get on the plane. Just get on the plane.
We'll wait for you.
Anne-Marie actually has a question. Yes,
Sorry,
Anne-Marie?
yeah, sorry. I saw the email and I came in a couple of minutes late. I didn't ask, how much is it?
I can send you the full program. So the I don't even have it. Is it 56? I can't remember now. It's not on the page, is it? On the front? I'm pretty sure it's $56.99 twin share for the main Egypt tour, and the Jordan one is $19.97 twin share.
And then what's the single supplement for each?
So the Jordan one is $24.97 in a single room. And I'm sorry, I haven't got it written down in front of me. But if you send us your email address, I'll send you the full program with all of the inclusions and everything that it covers.
Okay, perfect. I'm on your
And
mailing.
just on that, because Egypt, just quickly with the currency, Egypt is predominantly a US dollar. That's why we charge in US dollars. But we do hold Pink Lotus Tours is an Australian company, so we do have an Australian dollar bank account as well for those that don't have the ability to do international transfers. So we'll send you the converted rate as at the day that you make your deposit or your payments. And you are welcome to pay them off over the 12 months if you want to, and we'll just issue a receipt each time you send some money through.
All right, so that's Australian dollars.
So we advertise all of our tours in US dollars because we advertise worldwide, and Egypt is their hard currency is US dollars. That's not Australian dollars, but because we are an Australian company, we do just offer that as a second payment option, but we must pay for everything in US dollars, and that's why the tours are priced in US dollars.
Okay, got it. So if I just respond to the email with, you have my email, then I'll just ask you for that.
Yeah, just send that back to me and I can send you the full, all of the paperwork and the detailed daily itinerary of what we're going to do every day, what's included for that tour, especially Egypt. Majority of it is fully inclusive, the private visits, everything. There's just a few meals that you will just do on your own. But I'll give you that a day-to-day itinerary.
And somebody told me they went and they had to pay extra for tipping the guide or tipping or something. So how much?
So Jen, yes, that's the part of the culture here. Very much so. We include a kitty for all of the services through the 2 weeks because there's so many people that help and support us throughout the trip.
It's included in the price, right?
It's included in the price for all of the services. So the people that handle your bags and the restaurant staff and the boat crews, the drivers, and any little extra, assistance we need to give the guards so they'll let us into certain places. We won't call it. So all of those things are included, and you don't need to manage any of that throughout the tour. But you will have a Egyptologist with you for the 2 weeks who is your everything, your knowledge, your coordinator. He's with you all day, every day. And it is customary to tip him in appreciation of his services at the end of the trip. Now that can be done as a group thing or an individual thing. And we often find that you know, you build a bond with him. He's with you every day. And people like to do it personally because they want to write a thank you, or they've had a unique experience that he enabled, and there's a gratitude for that. So the guide is separate, and that is the case in all tours throughout Egypt, no matter who you come with. But we take away the one for services. We will we'll manage that. We will distribute it evenly right through the course of every day of the tour. We'll manage that for you, because otherwise you have people coming at you. You'll have porters, you'll have the cleaners, you'll have the restaurant staff, you'll have the guards at the temples, you'll have everybody that wants to help you with something putting their hand out. So in order to avoid all of that, we you just say, oh, go and see my guide, go and see my guide. And then on the last day, generally, you will, you know, just share something with the guide in appreciation of his efforts. But throughout the tour, it's something you have to worry about, because as Australians specifically, we don't have that culture, and we, in the first few days, tend to be super generous, think, oh, it's just a cup of coffee, or it's just $10 or whatever. But you do that over 14 days and it adds up. So it's a different value system here, what, you know, the price of things and all of that. So the guide is much more aware of the value for what a service costs, or what the person is expecting to be tipped. Whereas we are not sure of that and not used to that. So we would generally over tip, actually. So this way it just manages it a whole lot better and a lot fairer, because there's a lot of people that are behind the scenes that help you as well, that you may not actually see. You know, the cleaners, the cooks, and all of that. So in the most locations, like the hotels and on the boat, we do a group tipping that is then distributed throughout the crew, not just the person you're face to face with. So that's why it works better on that system, and you don't feel compelled that you've got to decide how much a particular service is or what person. So
for the Egyptologist, what is considered a normal tip for that?
The current, you know, market rate, the industry rate is $10 per day, is general, but it just depends on your experience and what your like $10 per day per person. So for a tour like that, around about $120, $130 is generally accepted.
Or American.
But it's not compulsory. It's totally up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Australian or dollars?
That's everything's in American here. Sorry. Yeah.
I'm hoping that Trump's going to make some sort of announcement that makes the Australian dollar go higher against the US dollar, just for a little while, so I can buy some cash.
Yes, it's just dropped a little bit this last 24 hours, I noticed, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yes, you've still got time. Things fluctuate, and just keep an eye on it. I mean, if it gets to around 65, 66, that's pretty consistent. But yeah, that's just the cost of things here is in US dollars. So the Australian dollar doesn't quite cut it here. But we have people from everywhere, from the UK, from America, from all over. So yeah.
Any more questions before we finish? No? If you think of anything, please feel free to email Haytham or Leisa or me and Pete. If you want to know more about the sort of format we do, more on a soul spiritual level, Pete and I are happy to chat to you about that. Yeah, what else can we say? Just that we are extremely excited.
Yep.
These tours are just phenomenal with these guys. And of course, we have spirit with us in very powerful ways every step of the way. So that adds a whole other, lots of surprises for us as well. So it's, it's a trip of lifetimes.
Of lifetimes, yes.
It
Yeah.
feels.
Yeah.
I will send you guys the link. Thank you, everyone, for giving us your precious time. And again, we hope to see you.
See you in
Thank
Egypt.
you.
Yeah, see you in
See
Egypt.
ya. See ya.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Ben. Thanks,
Bye.
Pete. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, Sharif. Bye.
Bye.
Pete.
Bye.